Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be knowing about the interview questions which were asked in every interview frequently. So I collected them, and they are the most 8 important interview questions which were asked in every interview. So this is basically for freshers. Okay. So the first question, tell me about yourself. So the interview basically starts with this question, tell me about yourself. So the tip of the question, now how the answer should be is the tip that I'm going to say. So keep it short. The answer should be in short and focused on education, skills and career goals. So we should not involve any nuisance or any unnecessary topics about ourselves. So we should be the tell me about yourself question answer should be short, and it should be mainly focused on education, skills and the career goals. So how should we answer to this question? So in a normal way. So how should we start? I recently completed my so and so graduation or degree from so and so college or university. So during my studies, I worked on project in, so we should mention our skills or technologies which we have learned in the project and technologies which were used in those projects. And next, which helped me to build the strong analytical and problem solving skills. So so this is a continuation of this line. So what I'm going to say is, so during my studies I worked on this project, so I'm going to mention the skills. So and I continued it by at making the mentioning the skills. So I'm telling the who took interview. So I'm mentioning him that I have built the strong analytic and problem solving skills from the so and so project, and the mentioning the skills. Okay, so I'm eager to start my career in the company name or industry or domain, we should mention it, and contribute to the growing organization like yours. So basically this question was the first question which were asked. So normally every fresher will get nervous when they ask this question. So we should introduce ourselves by giving the brief introduction about name, and just we should start with education, skills and career growth. So by mentioning these three, education, skills and career growth, that he will become that the interviewer will understand the overall concept about us. Okay, so once again I'm saying it, I recently completed my graduation from any university. Okay, so university, and during my studies I worked on the project, and we should mention the project names, and from the projects I have built what did I gain from that project, and I am mentioning it. So that will help to build the strong analytical and problem solving skills. And I am eager to start my career in the so and so company we should mention, or industry or domain we should mention in this blank spaces. Okay. And contribute to and contribute to the growing organization like yours. So this is the simple tip. So the tell me about yourself, it should be short and focused on these three topics. Okay, no? So these are the first question which were asked, and the second question, why should we hire you? So the HR will be asking, why should we hire you? So how should we answer? So show your strengths and eagerness to learn. So we should show to them that our strength and the eagerness to learn the new things and the new concept about the so on the company. Okay, so the how should be the answer. So I am a quick learner. So we should tell about ourselves like I am a quick learner and adaptable and a professional about growing in this field. So we should continue. It should that our answer should be in a very strong way, and by telling in the strong by the strengths. Okay, so I am the quick learner and adaptable and passionate about the growing in the field. As a fresher, I bring fresh ideas and enthusiasm and the willingness to learn and work hard. So, and next, I believe I can contribute positively while also developing my future skills. Sorry, my skills for the future. So here, the main concept here is I showed him my strengths. So what are my strengths? So what did I mention here is I'm a quick learner is my strength and adaptable. Mean I can adapt any of the environment and nature and the culture. Okay, and I'm passionate about growing in this field. So we are mentioning that in his field we are passionate about, that we are showing more interest about he's passionate in his field. As a fresher, I bring a fresh idea. So when the freshers basically they are not any kind of work, they have not done anything in before. So they'll be having a fresh minds, ideas and enthusiasm and the willing to learn and the work hard. So in these are my strengths and eager to learn. I said about eager to learn. So how I mentioned it is I believe I can contribute positively while also developing my skills future further. So this is about a tip and answer for the question why should we hire you. Okay, so this is the second question. Okay, let's go to third question. What are your strengths and weaknesses? So basically most of them, some of them will be saying that they are not having any strengths and the weaknesses. So we should not say like that. Why? Because every human have the strength and weaknesses. So we should mention about us to them, and we should that weaknesses should be bring it as a positive vibes. So how what tip should we use to answer this question is keep away weaknesses in a minor and show how we are improving. So apart from the strengths, weaknesses plays an important role, and that weaknesses we should show them how we are improving from the weakness to the strengthness. I mean, how are you developing yourself from weak to strength? Okay, then how should we answer this question? Why? What are your strengths and weaknesses? My strength is that I am a dedicated and a quick learner. So we should answer the my strength in that way. Okay. So my strength is that I am a dedicated and a quick learner, and I work well in team environment. One weakness is I noticed is that I sometimes take more time to make time to perfect a task. So, but I am learning to balance the quality with efficiency. So, what did I mention here is, so this is a part of this is a part of my strength. So everyone can have their own strength, but the weakness plays an important role. So from the weakness we should bring our the positive vibes. So how I brought is, so I mentioned here my weakness, and what did I mention? Take more time to, I want the task to be perfect. To be perfect I takes more time. So it is in my weakness. So what I'm doing, how did I mean negative thing, I mean a weakness is changed, I'm turned into the positive thought. How did I turn is, but I am learning to balance the quality with efficiency. So by adding this one line, the weakness is also is turned into positive vibes. Okay, so this is the answer. My strength is that I am dedicated and a quick learner, and I work well in the team and environment. That is about our strength. And next, what is my weakness is, one weakness is I notice is that every human has a weaknesses. So from that weakness we should bring the positive vibes, then only that the HR will be attract to our words. So okay, So I noticed it that I sometimes take more time to perfect a task, but I am learning to balance the quality with efficiency. So this is the answer of third question. What are your strengths and the weaknesses? So let's go on to fourth question. Where do you see yourself in the 5 years? So we should every human, every employee should have the short term goals and the long term goals. So he is asking, the HR is asking that where do you want to see in the 5 years goal? He's observing about our the long time goal. Okay, so what is the tip to answer this question is show commitment and the growth in the mindset. So in the answer we should mention the commitment about growth and mindset of in that answer we should be mentioning. So how should we answer to this question is, in my 5 years I have seen myself as a skilled professional in this field. Okay, so we should in the 5 years I am saying that myself is a I'm putting myself as a skilled professional. Okay, so I am giving it as a commitment towards the field. Okay, and taking no more responsibilities and contributing to important projects in the organization. So in the field only that I'm taking I'm mentioning is that I want to take the more responsibilities and I want to do more contribution on the important projects which I was I'm sorry, I'm working in the so and so organization. Okay, so next we can continue is, I also want to continue learning and the up skills to grow along with the company. So what I mentioned is, in the 5 years I want to see myself as a so and so position in that field. Okay, so taking on the more responsibility. So in the particular field I want to take more responsibility and build and contribute my I mean sorry I contribute to my work on the important projects for the organization growth. So I also want to continue the learning and upskilling to grow along with the company. So these are the simple answer which can we answer to the where can we see in this last 5 years. So this is answer for this question. Okay, hope you understand. Okay, next let's go to fifth question. Why do we want to work with us? So the HR is asking that, why do you want to work with us? So he's asking, why do you want to work with us? It means he's checking that, do you know any background about the company? Okay, so that you have done any research or drawbacks about this company. He's asking about this question. That question inner meaning is that. Okay, so tip, what is the tip? Research the company before the answering. So when we come to interview, the day before we should research about the company, how it is growing, what is the drawbacks, so at the what time, at what seasoning it is growing, and like that we should be researching and we should get an overall mindset about that company. So then only we can answer to this particular question. So how should we answer it? So admire you companies work in specific domain or area. The value and opportunities here match my career goal. So how I'm bringing the answer is, I admire, how should we say that answer to them is that I am very honored to work with this company. We should say in those words, okay? So here I am admired your company work in specific domain. Suppose we can say any domain. So hospitalized cancer, cancer cells domain or anything you can take as per the hospital. So I admire, for example I'm saying, okay, I admire your company work in the hospitalized area or domain. The values and opportunities here matches my career goal. So we want to contribute something to the hospital. I mean, we want to do any social activities or social service to the hospital. Then we can say these words. I admire your company works in the hospital domain and the values and opportunities here matches my career goal. Okay, so like that you can do your own visualizing and we can give to the HR. Okay, so I believe working here will give me a platform to learn and grow while contributing to the meaningful project. So suppose we say Google is an everyone's dream company. Okay, so I admire your company. Companies work in Google and the values and opportunities here matches my career goal. I believe working here will give me the platform to learn and grow while contributing the meaningful projects. So these are the answers, and the tip is, so when we go, before going to interview, everyone should be researching on the particular company. Okay, then only we can able to answer the drawbacks, positiveness, and everything about this company. So this is about the fifth question. Why do you want to work with us? Okay, now. So next question is, what is your the biggest achievement? So ev- every human being has the achievement, whether it can be small or big. Nothing nothing to be shameful, and everything we can mention it. Okay, so tip here is, every small achievement counts. It means every small achievement in our life plays an important role to change it, to motivate ourselves. Okay, so it can be a project, leadership, any event in your life helps you to motivate yourself. Okay, so we should mention every small achievement in our life which were happened until now. We can take them as a biggest achievement. Okay, suppose someone will be having the stage fear to speak. So in so and so suppose in so and so a function, he has played at the stage. He had spoken out in the stage, so he had gone that fear of the stage. So he had expressed everything freely and positively. So everyone will think, everyone will having the stage fear. It is nothing to worry. It is not a biggest achievement, but everything is an achievement only. So he has lost the stage fear. That is also biggest achievement. And if you have done any small projects such as a website building and app developing, anything can be a achievement. Okay, so you have participated any of the group leader. Suppose you have a group, in the among the group you are the leader, and the leader can be controlling the so many people and guiding them. So you are the lead, you have built the leadership among the participating that so and so program. So you have gained there about the leadership. Okay, so this every moment in our life will be giving is not a small achievement, it is a biggest achievement. Okay, we should mention ourselves to him that it is a biggest achievement. Okay, the answer should be, my biggest achievement was successfully completing my final year project on topic where I applied what I learned and collaborated with my team. Okay, so I'm saying that my biggest achievement was successfully completing my final year project on topic. So we should mention our topic and where I applied and what I learned and collaborated with my team. Okay, so he is collaborating what he have learned. He's sharing his idea to that team. By that she can complete the final year project successfully. And it not only improved my technical skills but also my teamwork and problem solving ability. So by this what we have learned is, by not only the collaborating with the team, and we have also learned the technical skills and the teamwork and the problem solving abilities. So these three are the skills which we have learned in this, in this achievement. So we should mention, we should explain our achievement, and we should say what we have learned from the achievement. Okay, so this is the sixth question. What is your biggest achievement? So these are the tip. Okay, next, seventh question. How do you handle the stress or pressure? So the HR is testing you that in, so in the stress mode also, can you handle can you handle the large amount of task or project? So he is testing you. So how should we answer? What is the tip here? Show positively and problem solving attribute. So every human will be having the stress and pressure, but how should we overcome from the stress and the pressure? Okay, so how should we answer it is, I'll try to stay calm and the focus on the breaking the problem into smaller parts. So I'm mentioning it, I'm saying that, so if I have the big problem, I'll make it into small parts, and I'll be coming step by the solving the parts. So it may not be more stressful while we are solving the problem. Okay, so during exams and the project deadline, I manage pressure by organizing my task and prioritizing work with which helped me to complete everything on the time. So what I mentioned it is, so during on the projects and project deadline, everyone will be having the pressure, but what should we say is, so we should organize our task. So we should divide into them parts, and we should complete it one by one fastly. Okay, so that is one. In that way, we can answer this question. Okay, so what is the tip here? Hope you understand. Okay, show positively and problem solving attribute. Okay, this is about seventh question. How do you handle the stress and the pressure? Okay, so last and final question is, do you have any questions for us? So 99% of them are making the mistakes of the answering for this question. So everyone will say, no ma'am, no sir, thank you. They'll be skipping this question. We should never skip to this question. Okay. So the interviewer checking that he is having ability to question us. So he's checking, the HR is checking that that the interviewer, the student the fresher who came, he has the ability to question. Okay, so it's checking that fairness. Okay, so we should ask any question. Okay, what is the tip here is, always ask at least one question, do not skip. At least one question we can ask. Okay, we should ask. So it question can be anything. So what does a typical day look like in this role? So what are the typically we face for in further days when we are in this role? Okay, in this position. So this is the one question, and next question we can ask is, what skills should I focus on to the excel in this the position? So to fit in this position, what should I be mainly focus on this skill? So that is the second question. How does the company support learning and the career growth? So how a company is supporting about learning the new things and the career growth? So we should ask anything at least one question. So do not skip this question. At least ask any one question, or keep in your mind to ask at least one question. So do you have any question for it? So the HR will be asking. So these are the main questions which were asked in the interview for the freshers. Okay, hope you like it. Thank you.